Hi, I'm Sailor Moon, and I'm Sailor Venus, and today we're going to talk about this, well, something we always talked about, and why we talk about this. Oh, shifting one's films. It always seemed to be a big thing, and it was always the big thing that the haters always wanted to talk about. Oh, you have to shift this out, you got to shift that out. Well, first off, didn't have to do any of that. It is what it is. Now, some of you folks out there might understand this, might not understand this. So we made a film not too long ago. It was me and Tuxedo Mask, and we talked about how the Hangup with SailorMoonTV.com. And the Hangup is this. So it will be like this. It'll be good for maybe a month or maybe 3 months. And then shit will stop playing. Okay? So we were online for about 3 months. This would be like May until July. Then nothing would play for a day. Then it got it fixed. And it would do good. And then again, stuff wouldn't play. And then it would crash and it'd be this way for a month. And then we'd come back to it and it only worked good for a week. And then stuff would stop playing and it would crash. So you tell me if that's a good website or not. From what I told you, it doesn't. But don't say that to any of the ones that are on SailorMoonTV.com, because they'll get mad. According to them, it's a good webstead. Yeah, it can't play nothing and crashes half of the time. If you're on a webstead and it can only play films for a week and then crashes for most of that month, you wouldn't call that a good webstead. No, you wouldn't. Well, the point is, that's why we're done with it. Yeah, it's sad. Because it was the only webstead on the interweb where you could get the Deke, Pioneer, and Cloverway Sailor Moons, or the PGSM, or the song shows, and now you can't. Well, you can if you want to deal with it crashing for about a month and a half, and only be able to watch things for about maybe a week before it crashes again, then good for you. And keep in mind, this webstead isn't really that good. Whoever owns it has picked a bad server. Yeah, they either picked a bad greeter to hold their webstead, and apparently they can't handle too many followers being on there. So it's probably good not to be on there, because you might be the one that makes it crash. You're right, Sailor Moon. SailorMoonTV.com might look good at first. And then it crashes. Shit stops playing. The first time this happened was actually in July. For most of, one day in July, yeah. And then it was good. And then it stopped playing. And then it crashed. For almost a whole month, it crashed. Then it came back, only played things for a week. Then it stopped playing stuff, and then it crashed again. Only I think it probably did, since I wasn't going to deal with that shit. I wasn't going to go through where, I got a week of it working good, and it's going to crash, and then shit's not going to play, and it's going to be good for a week, and it's going to crash, and shit's not going to play. Yeah, I don't really think I'm going to deal with all that. So it is sad that they can't get their shit right. Okay? They can't get their bloody shit right. But then I know, what do I expect? It's free. And another hang up that SailorMoonTV.com is going to eventually seek themselves in? Ownership law. Apparently, That's going to happen one day, you know. But then I really don't. I know that's going to happen one day. They don't own any of the discs. Well, they own the disc, but they don't have the right to put it on the interweb, you know. But the point is, yeah. So if you actually think that's a good webstead, then that is really sad. Because it's not. You know, when it only plays Sailor Moon stuff for a week, when you go through it on playing shit, then it crashes. Then it only plays stuff for a week, then it stops playing shit and it crashes again. So yeah, that doesn't really be a good webstead, and I think we're done with it. And if anybody on there doesn't like us seeking wrong with the way the webstead, stops playing shit and then crashes for most of the month, that's too bad. You know, it is what it is. So, in other words, it just became another broken down webstead on the interweb. Geez, I'm sad, Sailor Moon. I should have let you say some more things. I mean, that's okay. That's alright, Sailor Venus. You pretty much said everything I was going to say, that SailorMoonTV.com's hang up is it can only play shit for a week, then it can't play stuff, then it crashes. They keep saying, oh, we can't handle too many followers on the interweb. Yeah, our website can't handle everyone coming on and watch it. Yeah, sure. We know that. It's another broken down webstead on the interweb. And the interweb is full of a lot of websteads that are either no longer running anymore or only run for a while and then come undone. So SailorMoonTV.com is just one of those broken down websteads on the interweb. Or one day it will be. And geez, don't even get me, and that's the truth. For I'm not making this up, but that's the truth. Go through 3 months at working, then it can't play shit. Then it plays shit, and then it crashes then it can't play shit and crashes for most of the month. Then only a week does it work good, and then it can't play shit again, and it probably crashes again. So we are done with it. I'm Sailor Moon. I'm Sailor Venus. See you later.